Once in a quaint village surrounded by rolling hills, there lived a young woman named Elara. Known for her vibrant spirit and unwavering determination, Elara had dreams as vast as the sky. She aspired to become a healer using the ancient herbal remedies passed down through generations. Her heart was set. She envisioned a thriving clinic where she could help the villagers live healthier lives. However, life had other plans. One crisp autumn morning, a fierce storm swept through the village. The winds howled, uprooting trees and flooding the fields. In the chaos, Elara's workshop, filled with precious herbs and family heirlooms, was destroyed. Heartbroken and feeling lost, she wondered why God would let such misfortune befall her. Days turned into weeks as she tried to rebuild her life, but nothing seemed to fall into place. Frustration grew and doubt began to cloud her once bright spirit. "Why is this happening to me?" she would often lament, staring at the remnants of her dreams. One evening, while wandering the village, Elara met an elderly man named Solomon. He was known for his wisdom and calm demeanor. Seeing the sorrow in her eyes, he invited her to sit by the fire. As they talked, Elara poured out her heart, explaining her dreams and the devastation she faced. Solomon listened intently, and then he shared a story of his own. "When I was young," he began, "I too faced a storm, one that took everything from me. I lost my home, my family, and my sense of purpose. I questioned God every day, wondering why I was being punished. But over time I learned that the storm was not the end but a beginning. It led me to a new village where I found love, friendship, and a life I never imagined." Elara listened closely, intrigued. "How did you find the strength to keep going?" she asked. "Faith," Solomon replied simply. "Faith that even in confusion there is a greater plan. Sometimes what seems like a setback is merely a redirection. Trust that God sees the bigger picture even when we cannot." Elara felt a flicker of hope ignite within her. She began to realize that perhaps the storm had cleared a path she hadn't yet seen. Inspired, she decided to take a step forward. With Solomon's encouragement, she ventured into the nearby forest, gathering herbs and plants not just for healing but to learn and innovate. Days turned into months, and Elara found a new rhythm in her life. She experimented with her remedies, discovering new combinations and healing properties she had never before considered. As she shared her findings with the villagers, her reputation as a healer began to grow, and she soon became known far and wide for her unique approaches to health. One sunny afternoon, as she was preparing for a community gathering, Elara stood in her small garden, reflecting on how far she had come. It was then she realized that the storm, which had felt like an end, was truly the catalyst for her new beginning. She understood that God had a plan for her, a plan that was far more beautiful than she could have ever imagined. As the villagers gathered, Elara shared not just remedies but her story of faith, resilience, and trust in God's plan. She encouraged them to embrace their own storms, reminding them that sometimes the most challenging moments lead to the most profound transformations. From that day forward, Elara lived with a renewed sense of purpose, embracing each twist and turn in her journey. She understood that life would bring its challenges, but with faith, patience, and trust in God's plan, she could find peace and happiness, no matter the circumstances. And so, the village thrived, united by Elara's story of hope, proving that even when life feels unfair, everything truly does happen for a reason.